Howdy, howdy, all my fire signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This, of course, is our weekly reading about the zodiac element sign of fire. So this is for all my Aries, all my Leos, all my Sagittarians who are on fire. So before I jump in, I always love just to welcome the Creator here with us. Thank you for always being here with us, Almighty Creator, and thank you so much for the unconditional love that you have for each and every single one of us. And we also welcome our wonderful support group of all our angels and guardian angels and spirit guides and our loved ones on the other side and our ancestors, is that huge group of beings of unconditional love and light. We welcome you and thank you for being here as well. All right, well, let's jump in and see what's going on for this week. Of course, this video is coming out on June 20th, which we've got Father's Day today. So happy Father's Day to all you fathers and all you mothers who are fathers, and just all of you who help, father individuals and, be a source of strength for people. It's also the summer solstice. So happy summer and welcome, Cancer. The zodiac sign of Cancer. This is when we make that transition. So some exciting things coming up for that. And then also this week we have a full moon coming up on June 24th. A couple of days before that, we move out of the retrograde of Mercury. So, before Mercury's going this way, we slow down and we go into retrograde, and we go and we start going back forward again. So you're going to start to feel this halt of moving backwards and looking at things backwards and start looking forward again, making those steps forward. So it'll be a good time. You can start all that planning maybe you've been doing, or that reflection, you can put that into, start taking steps towards those plans as you get further away from June 22nd. So this is kind of, intention is from June 20th to June 27th, but this is timeless because, of course, Creator and Spirit, they're not bound by time or space. So if you've come across this video outside of that time frame, then I would still listen to it because you were drawn to it. The Creator has messages for you there. A quick note, because we're going into that summer solstice Cancer zodiac period, and as well as the full moon, I do separate readings for those, like usually a week before the full moon, and usually the day of or day before we move into those. And there will be playlists at the end of this video, both for the moon phases as well as the zodiac seasons. So if you want to check those out, those will be available. All right, fire signs. I'm going to pull cards here from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, and we'll see what the Creator would like you to know about this upcoming week. And then we'll pull a card here from the Universe Has Your Back deck as well, just to see a little message of encouragement for the week. All right, Creator, for our fire signs, what would you like them to know about this coming week? Okay. And, yep, I was going to say there's probably one more, and there it is. So you start off the week with the 9 of Air. And so the Air is like the swords in the regular tarot. And this is all about thoughts, beliefs, just mindsets. And so this week, normally, it looks like you have a lot on your mind. You have all those thoughts that are flying around. But I love this deck because it's like the regular tarot almost shows it as like nightmares, or, like you're have so much on your mind that you're having trouble sleeping and those types of things. And that can definitely be the case, because when we have all those thoughts going around in our heads, our brain doesn't let us sleep. So something that I usually do, if that's ever happening to me, is I try to write down what's on my mind so that my brain knows it's written down and won't be forgotten, and it stops looping and it allows me to sleep. So that's a little hack from your Buddha Zen if you want to try that. But I love this one too because she's the winged, this is you're the winged creature, the master of your thoughts. So all these thoughts that are coming up around you are coming up for a reason. We get to the point where we're so engaged in our thoughts that we forget about our heart. We forget about our gut and connecting and using our intuition and doing that as well. So I really feel that this is like letting you know you got so much on your mind. It feels like a whirlwind. Get it down on paper or on a computer, somewhere where it's out of your mind and in front of you, because that's going to allow you to see, when you have this flock of birds going around you, it seems like there's hundreds of them. But when you start taking them and putting them, okay, put that bird there, and you put them down, you're like, oh, there's only 9 of them. And then they're in front of you. You can prioritize them. You can, see what's important, what's urgent, and just go through that. And then, connect to your heart to see what's important, not necessarily what we're reacting out of that we feel is urgent. And so you can prioritize that way. So I really feel this week is a week of, you've got a lot on your mind, but this is the week where you're going to get the little flock of birds under control in your brain. And then you got the 9 of fire, so 9 and 9. Of course, you're a fire sign, so this is normally the 9 of wands. And what I love about the 9 of wands is, it's inspiration, it's spark. The fire is, so the wands, those are all about your the passions that you have in life. And this image here looks different than the others. Normally the 9 of wands is kind of like a wall, and you feel like you've come so far, and it's almost like you're about to give up because you're just almost feel exhausted. You're like, I'm almost at my wit's end. I'm trying, but I feel there's a block. I love this about the mental block that's kind of coming in here, but this is a reminder that you are the holder of your brightness, of your magic, of your passions, of the energy that you have. So don't give up. You don't have much longer to go. They always say, this is what's being brought back to my memory is, how they say the people who are successful aren't the ones that did anything more than anyone else besides not giving up and at the last moment, because they were almost there. And so this is just a reminder of just use your magic. This is the week of getting things organized, getting out in front of you and out of the shadows of your mind, and this will allow you to reignite your fire to help you finish out, because this is making you feel exhausted. All this, you're mentally exhausted, right? And this is going to help you reignite that passion there. And then you got the 6 of swords, and this is so perfect because, again, we're back to the air. And this is the result of doing that. Usually it's like you're leaving a shore and you're going to new shores. So you're leaving old thoughts behind, old mindsets, and you're moving into others. So this is going to be your ability to get that wind back in your sail here by looking at and questioning, are all these thoughts and things going through your head, are they all worthy of your energy? Are they all worthy of your time and effort? So you're going to be able to go, you know what? When you do that inquiry into what is urgent and what's important, the urgent things you might look at and go, well, no, they're not important. They're yelling, screaming for urgency, but you're like, you know what? If I don't do it, it's no big deal. You can scratch that off your list, right? You can let that bird fly away. Beautiful. I love this for you because it's just this feeling of freedom that comes from this breath of fresh air, this reigniting of your fires. Right, and then lastly, I'm going to pick a card here from the universe has your back, and we'll see what else the creator would like you to know. You know, the universe, the creator, the mother and father of all things, whatever your higher power is. It's going to be a special message from them directly for you. All right, creator, what do you want our fire signs to know? What special message do you have for them for this week? It's in the mail. Here it comes. Okay, this one here is peeking out and saying, here I am. So we will do that here. Yep, when I lean toward love, I am led. And this is so perfect for you for this coming week too, because when you ask yourself, you know, well, what's important, what's urgent, sometimes you're like, I just don't know, I don't know. I loved a winged creature here. And, you know, it's like when in doubt, you can ask the creator or your universe, your higher power. You can ask all that group of support that you have, all of your angels, all of your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, all those beings of unconditional love and light want to support you and give you guidance. So don't be afraid to ask. And it says, when I lean toward love, what I'm getting for that for you is that the language that the creator and, you know, everyone on the other side, all that whole, you know, group of beings I was talking about, they speak the language of love. So they're at a frequency, if you think about a radio, they're at a frequency of unconditional love, peace, joy, and laughter. And if you lean toward that love, you get up to that frequency, you can hear from them, and you can talk to them anytime. They're always going to hear you. But to hear from them, you need to be at that frequency. So if you're feeling fear and feeling confused and all that, and you just get things down on paper and get to a place of peace and unconditional love, then you can get messages from them, you can get directions, and you will be led. I love that before we come down here, you know, we ask for certain things to happen in our lives and situations we want to experience. So they're always working on doing those things. But they also, while we're down here, won't mess with our free will. So that doesn't mean, though, that we can't will them to help us while we're down here. So even outside of those things we've asked them to do, we can say, you know, each day at some point, hey, you know, creator, you know, my backup loving posse, I would like to have you meddle in my life, you know, bring me those experiences that are for my highest experience and my highest love vibration, you know, please. And that because that's coming from your free will, that allows them to come in and do things. A warning that, or like be cautious if you are stubborn and want something and you're not willing to have something else come instead. Don't ask that, because when you ask for your highest experience and that is going to give you your highest love vibration, sometimes that's not going to match up to what you're wanting. Just an FY to the I, because, you know, they have the higher viewpoint. They're not bound by time or space, so they can see everything and how different things will impact our path for the future and what experiences we'll have. So the only thing I can say is that you can trust the creator. They're the only ones we can really trust, are those beings of unconditional love, because they don't have any hidden motives or They're not trying to manipulate us or anything. They are having life unfold for us, not having things happen to us. So as you go into this next week, just know that you are indeed unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care.